Hey everybody, Scudder here today. Hope you guys are doing great. Say hi, Mr. TT. Hi everybody. I have no idea where this cat came from. He just now showed up here at the property. So anyway, I guess I have a new kitty cat. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys about tools and such. And something that a lot of people just kind of don't think about when they're doing stocking up on survival supplies and things like that is basically just the use of everyday common tools. And I think for a lot of people, if you look in your tool chest, toolbox, tool cabinet, whatever you call it, you'll probably be surprised that you don't have as much as you thought you had. And this is something I think a lot of people get so busy with stocking up on food and water and medical supplies and things like that. And tools tend to be something that often get overlooked, I think, by some people because they're more worried about having supplies and stuff. But just for example, yesterday I had a lovely surprise and found out that our water line under the house broke. And this is an old house, so it's got an old line in it. So I had to fix the line, which is why I probably look like a hot mess right now, because I had to dig the line up from the ground and wade and waddle through all that mud and water, pull the line up, cut it after I found the leak, and then replace part of the line. Now, had I not had the tools that I needed on hand to do all of that, then I'd have been up a creek without a paddle. So that's something you guys want to kind of think about. Even if you have just some basic tools, then you can fix a lot of stuff, even build stuff if you need to, if you just have a few tools. Now, some things that you, just some common things you might want to have on hand is a set of wrenches, and I would get a big set so that you'll have lots of sizes to choose from. One of the things that, just for example, and this is just a real simple example, I'm fixing the dog's lead line, and you guys can see on these screws, I used a pair of pliers to tighten these down, but because the gap in there is really small, I couldn't get a real tight seal with just the pliers, so I had to get me a wrench to finish off the job. So something like that is a good idea to have on hand. Just some other things. Pliers. You want to have a few different pairs of pliers, different sizes, adjustable, and it can be either the slide kind or the screw kind. Either way, you might want to have some needle nose pliers. Those come in handy. Might want to have a pair of wire cutters. Those come in handy for lots of different types of jobs. Might want to have something like hacksaws. Those are pretty good, and those can cut not just wood, but they can cut hard plastics and wire and steel, things like that. You might want to have some wood saws on hand in various sizes, just in case you have to cut your own wood for any reason. You you may also want to have a few axes, so you can chop firewood if you need to, or cut trees out of your way, things like that. Probably also want to have, of course, hammers, screwdrivers, things like that. If you've got battery operated, that's great, but just remember, if something happens and you have no power for several weeks, then all of your electric tools are going to end up doing you no good, because you're not going to have electricity to run them, and your batteries are going to eventually go down. So you're not going to have that option. So you want to get manual tools instead of, electric is fine, and they sure do come in handy, but you also want to have sets of manual tools as well, so that way if you don't have the electricity, then you will still have tools that you can use. I have a Kaiser blade. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's over in the wagon right now. I'm not going to go get it, but a Kaiser blade it's a big, long, kind of curved blade on a long handle. They come in handy for lots of things: cutting limbs, cutting shrub, cutting brush, trees, things like that. Also work pretty good for killing snakes, if you have a snake problem, things like that. What else? You probably want to have a sledgehammer. That can come in handy if you've got to break up rock, tear things down, bust things up. That's a good thing to have. Make sure that you may want to have a rubber hammer. That comes in handy for things that a solid metal hammer could damage. You can use a rubber hammer for those type repair situations. And there's probably a whole lot more that I could tell you guys about. You want to keep a good supply of screws, nuts, bolts, nails in various sizes. Keep a good supply of those on hand, because that way, if you need to build something, put something together, need to make repairs, oftentimes you need those things, obviously, to be able to put things together or to repair things. So you want to have a pretty good supply of that type of stuff. And a lot of times what you may want to do, if room is kind of a situation, you don't have a lot of room, they have a lot of kits that you can buy that's got an assortment of all different types of accessories and supplies for that type of thing. So you at least have one of those on hand in case you need them. I'm trying to think of other stuff, and now I've just drawn a blank. There's just hundreds of different items you can have, but as long as you have the basics, at least you can do some kind of basic repair work should you find yourself in a situation where you can't get to town for a few weeks and you don't have anyone else to help you. So that's something that I just wanted to kind of remind you guys about. And if you guys have suggestions of other tools and repair items that individuals may need in a SHTF type scenario, then please leave those in the comment section below, or you're free to post a video response as well. So anyway, wanted to share that with you guys. Hope it helps, and we'll talk to you guys later. God bless. Bye-bye for now.